JIT-TV, just in time.
Sanmanan Babwele Makai and a very warm welcome to JIT-TV News, where we bring you nothing but politics, business, sports, and also entertainment, all in one experience. Let's take a quick look at your headlines for today. Sanctions to blame for drug shortages. Treasury bills mop up $305 billion excess liquidity. Coach Brito leaves Highlanders Club. Now, the prevailing shortages of essential medicines in Zimbabwe's major hospitals is a result of economic sanctions imposed on the country by the US, Britain, and their Western allies. Leader of government business in Parliament, Ziyambi, has said. Now, Ziyambi acknowledged that Zimbabwe was facing challenges in the health sector, attributing drug shortages to the country's economic struggles, which have been exacerbated by the economic sanctions. Now, opposition legislators from Triple C demanded that government should visit the country's hospitals to assess the situation.
The country is facing a serious shortage of medicines at all levels. I visited Nat Farm on the 18th of October this year and noted that their stocks were less than 1 month's supply. Availability of medicines has been good for most communicable diseases such as HIV/AIDS, TB, and malaria, and also family planning commodities. These stocks were close to 13 months' supply. I want to thank partners supporting procurement of these medicines. However, let me appeal to you as partners to consider supporting availability of other essential medicines at all levels.
Bulawayo Mayor David Coulthard has announced plans to have a city twinned with American town Cincinnati and Germany's Cologne, among several developments that also involve him meeting the world's 7th richest person, Michael Bloomberg, at COP 28 in Dubai. Now, Coulthard released that he already applied for financial assistance from Bloomberg Philanthropy, a non-profit arm of the multi-billion-dollar business tasked with humanitarian aid across the globe. Now, with COP 28 focusing on the environment and climate-related matters, Coulthard, a former education minister, said he had applied for funding to teach primary school pupils the importance of maintaining a clean city while involving them in efforts to clean it.
Welcome to Zambezi River Lodge, Victoria Falls. Nestled on the banks of the mighty Zambezi River, right on the edge of the national park, Zambezi occupies the most unique and finest spot with the tranquility and seclusion every traveler seeks. Each of its well-appointed rooms is either garden or river facing, allowing you to soak in the serenity of the environment. The award-winning restaurant Amlonga offers delectable cuisine, which includes our famous high teas. To explore Victoria Falls from this fine location, book any of our packages now. Zambezi River Lodge. Relax, refresh, replenish.
Let's take a look now at the African news for today. Now, landslides in northern Tanzania have killed at least 47 people and injured 85 others following landslides caused by torrential rain on Saturday, according to a local official. Now, Queen Sendinga, regional commissioner in the Manyara area of northern Tanzania, spoke to local media on Sunday evening and warned that the death toll could rise. Heavy rains began on Saturday in the town of Katash, around 300 kilometers north of the capital, Dodoma.
I have directed all government resources for search and rescue efforts in order to avoid more deaths. I have also directed all our defense and security agencies to the scene and the Ministry of Health to attend to those injured. The Mining Ministry will also assess areas where mountains have shown signs of collapsing.
Let's take a look now at the international news for today. Now, French police this week arrested yoga guru Grigorian Mabuvolaru and 41 others on accusations of rape, kidnap, and human trafficking. Alleged victims were drawn in with promises of spiritual awakening, only to be indoctrinated and mentally manipulated into sexual relations with 71-year-old Mabuvolaru, a judicial source has said. Now, Movement for Spiritual Integration into the Absolute denied wrongdoing when approached by the CNN for comment and claimed that Mabuvolaru had not founded Atman nor taught yoga since 1995. Let's get down now to the business side of news for today. Now, the government has mopped up a total of $305.9 billion using treasury bills in 9 months to September 30, 2023, which went towards partly financing the 2023 national budget deficit and smoothing out cash flows. Now, the intervention in the market helped to snuff out excess liquidity that would have been available to put pressure on the exchange rate, which saw serious volatility in the first quarter. Now, initially, the government had planned to borrow $276 billion in the period under review, but ended up borrowing more in support of the contractionary monetary policy being pursued to tame inflation. Now, minimum interest rates for borrowers remain at 130% a year as the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe's Monetary Policy Committee keeps the bank policy rate at the level while reaffirming its commitment to continue with the tight monetary policy stance that has brought about the prevailing economic stability. Now, the bank said resolutions of the latest meeting of the committee sought to complement the recently announced fiscal measures in the national budget for next year. Now, the bank said its MPC resolved to pursue a tight monetary policy stance to safeguard the prevailing macroeconomic stability and ensure that inflation expectations remained anchored in the short to medium term.
At Hewlett's, we believe in a sweet future. A sweet future for our country, planet, and community.
Protec was founded in 1982 with the mission of assisting previously disadvantaged youth for successful entry into STEM-based careers. Protec Tongaat opened its doors in 1991, and from day one, Tongaat Hewlett has played a vital role in ensuring our continued success and growth. Each year, Protec Tongaat supports approximately 120 learners from grades 10 to 12 with an aptitude in maths and science from low socioeconomic backgrounds.
We get career exposure with site visits, career counseling, and job shadowing to help us make a more informed career choice.
Studying at Protec has allowed me to rank in the top 10 performing electrical engineering graduates at the UT.
Growing a sweet future is not only about financial support. it is also about creating opportunities. Tonga Hewlett has employed 33 Protech engineering students and have been a partner of Protech for over 30 years, and our support will continue into the future.
Hewlett's, growing a sweet future.
And now on to your JIT-TV News Weather Focus. And finally, on your sports news for today. Now, Highlanders coach Brito has left the club after less than 2 seasons and has returned home in Portugal. His assistant, Antonio Torres, confirmed on Monday morning that they have parted ways with the club. Now, Torres added that they are in Germany en route to Portugal. He confirmed that they are officially done with the Highlanders, that there is not much to talk about, but they have added that they agreed with the club. He posted on his Facebook page. And that is all from me to you. A huge thank you for joining me today. As always, kindly please comment and follow us on all our social media platforms on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and also TikTok. Or rather, you can go to our website at www.JIT-TVzw. Signing out, it is Andile Gugule. Have yourselves an amazing day.
JIT-TV, just in time.
Zimbabwe, nyika yakanaka. Zimbabwe is a landlocked country between the Zambezi and Limpopo rivers, surrounded by SADC countries like South Africa, Botswana, Zambia, and Mozambique. The name Zimbabwe stems from a Shona term for Great Zimbabwe. It's the ruins of an ancient city dating back to between the 11th and 15th centuries, are made entirely of stone and span over 1,800 acres. Ask us about arranging a visit here. The highlands are known for their natural environment, with tourist destinations such as Nyanga, Chimanimane, Vumba, and Chirinda Forest at Mount Selinda. Victoria Falls, one of the 7 wonders and one of the world's biggest and most spectacular waterfalls, is located in the country's extreme northwest and is part of the Zambezi River. The Victoria Falls National Park is also in this area and is one of the 8 main national parks in Zimbabwe, the largest of which is Hwange National Park. Matobo Hills National Park is one of the country's most interesting parks from a cultural perspective. It's not only very scenic, it also has a rich human history. Once inhabited by Bushmen, there's a superb collection of well-preserved rock art dating back at least 13,000 years. Lake Kariba is one of the biggest man lakes that is famous for the mystical creature Nyami Nyami and is a popular African travel destination. Zimbabwe is showing a steady growth path economically according to the World Bank review. This is a significant improvement after a 2-year recession due to COVID-19 and other factors. Zimbabwe's agriculture has taken its status of being the breadbasket of Africa, with its land reform program showing phenomenal signs of growth and yields produced by Zimbabweans for Zimbabweans. Land is certainly a good story to tell. Zimbabwe is now the fastest growing third world country in Africa and the world at large. Zimbabwe, Musha Wakanaka. Zimbabwe is blessed with amazing fauna and flora, minerals, and many natural resources. It is one of the world's biggest producers of gold and the third biggest producers of platinum. The mining sector remains very lucrative, with some of the world's largest platinum reserves being mined. The Marange diamond fields, discovered in 2006, are considered the biggest diamond find in over a century. So if you need a world-class African country to do business while touring this majestic landscape and seeing the Big Five, Zimbabwe is the destination of choice. Zimbabwe. Zimba Zimbabwe.